Adler was a black man with them cornrow veins coming out of his brain. What is up, YouTube? We are finally here with another video, and this time this is the video everyone been asking for. You can now know why I hate Resident Evil 4 so much, but why Resident Evil 4 Remake just came out so good. Let's get into the video.
Oh shit, here we go again.
These are just my opinion, and a lot of people are gonna hate it, a lot of people are gonna understand it, and a lot of people are gonna be like, you know what? She's actually right. Let me just start off by saying that I am an OG Resident Evil player. By that, I'm meaning I've been playing Resident Evil since technically the day of launch. My mom actually waited outside of Target to actually get the original Resident Evil for the Sega Saturn. Now, I started off from Resident Evil 1, and I worked my way up to Resident Evil 4 for GameCube, which I honestly did not enjoy. I actually got it rented from Blockbuster, and I did not enjoy it, and I did not play it again until recently. Oh, what the? What? Now, from Resident Evil 4, it was the lack of horror. And a lot of people will say, what do you mean the lack of horror? They added horror to the game compared to Resident Evil 5. That is correct. But because of the Resident Evil 4 was the start of the action-based movie of the game. Resident Evil 4 was the start of Fast and the Furious jumping out of planes, Van Diesel and The Rock having their love-hate relationship with each other. Resident Evil 4 was the start of it. Not Resident Evil 5 with handsome Chris Redfield punching that boulder, or Albert Wesker shirtless, or Boros. Anyway, like I was saying, Resident Evil 4, from Leon's kick and from his twirls and just from the villains himself, seeing that little person Salazar, that was a joke. I'm like, what is this guy gonna do? He's annoying. He looked like George Washington's cousin. And don't get me on the damsel of distress. Am I even saying that right? Don't get me started on Ashley, is what I have to say. Ashley was so annoying. How did we get Rebecca Chambers, Jill Valentine, and Claire Redfield? How did we get these bad-ass females who attack zombies, have bazookas to get Mr. X and the Tyrants, to Ashley, who whines and complains the whole entire game? Leon, it was annoying. Like, what is being an OG Resident Evil fan? It did not make sense to me to see Ashley so annoying. Ashley looked like a 15-year-old child, but little do you know, she's actually 21 and in college. And a lot of people didn't know that. Let me also just say that it just wasn't a good storyline. It was all over the place, and I couldn't even catch up. But, Resident Evil 4 Remake was actually good. And I can say, Resident Evil 4 Remake actually, you know, it worked this up to the tier list. It worked this little way up to the tier list, I may say. Which I probably should do a Resident Evil tier list soon. Or a video. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video of my... Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a video of me rating the Resident Evil, on why I liked them, why I hated them, and things like that. I'm gonna get a lot of hate. A lot of people are gonna voice their opinion about this part. But reason why Resident Evil 4 was the most loved Resident Evil from the series is because a lot of people did not start Resident Evil until Resident Evil 4. And the being of that was not a lot of family was able to afford a Sega Saturn, a PlayStation. All of those consoles was really hard or expensive to get at that time. And when Resident Evil 4 came out, it was the peak of gaming. That was when it came out for PlayStation 2, GameCube. Everyone had a console during that generation of gaming. And it was honestly, after N64, that was honestly the peak to a lot of people's journey on starting the video games. And Resident Evil 4 just happened to be one of them. And I can't fault you guys on that. It just, with me, you guys have to understand that I came from the original horror aspect of Resident Evil. And when I started to play Resident Evil 4, it lacked so much of that for us OG original Resident Evil fans. But I can say Resident Evil 4 Remake definitely upped the cake and listened to their fans, which I actually do enjoy. Not only did we not have to deal with Ashley, but they aged her enough to make her look her age. Not only that, we barely had to deal with Ashley, which even if we did deal with Ashley in a remake, she was less annoying. Yes, she did do her callouts. Yes, she was a one-hit kill, but that was okay. Because she wasn't as annoying. She didn't act like a child. And she was honestly able to hold her own.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Ow! Ow! Ow!
Now, I do love the take that they did for Salazar, and they made Salazar actually look a little bit better. Yes, he did still look like George Washington's cousin, but at least they made him look better. He kind of looked like an old lady, but that's okay. Capcom, you tried. At least he didn't look like a little kid as well. But one thing that I can say, honestly, there's two things I have to say of what I actually really did enjoy to the Resident Evil 4 remake. One of them is stealth. As anyone knows, if anyone knows me, I am a stealthy bitch. Oh, I can't cuss. I'm sorry. You know I like to cuss. I'm sorry, YouTube. But if you guys know me, y'all know I love stealth. Stealth games are me. I love to take my time. I love to analyze movement. And I love to approach. I love to scope and approach the way how I'm gonna handle my target. And with Resident Evil 4 Remake, I was able to do that. They had him sneak around. I did love the parry aspect they added as well with their knife. And I can say that made me actually enjoy the game right off the bat. Another reason why I love the Resident Evil 4 Remake is actually because of Luis' story. I felt like they added so much to Luis. I feel like in the original Resident Evil, they only gave him his little bit of like playtime. Not even playtime. His little bit of like scene time that I didn't even really understand who Luis was and why was he so crucial to the story until the remake. And I disliked and enjoyed that. The reason why I like it is because we was able to understand Luis' story, how he worked for the Umbrella Corporation, and how he is actually the main reason of how you can get that virus out of you, or even just a cure to the particular virus that's in Resident Evil 4, Las Plagas. I understand the meaning of bromance because of Luis and Leon. And I really did enjoy that. I just hate that you just murder him in front of us. Which, I mean, I understand he was gonna die anyway. Like, I felt like Capcom wasn't gonna keep him alive. Because how would he fit in with the newest Resident Evils, because I feel like they would need to add him to the newest Resident Evil. Am I right? Like, we still waiting to see Sheva, we still waiting to see Jake, we still waiting to see Sherry, but like, I didn't see how they were gonna be able to fit Luis in the other Resident Evil, so I understand that they had to kill him. But why did you have to have him die after the bromance?
Jackpot.
I didn't really mind seeing a different part of the virus, which is Las Plagas. But one thing I was a little bit confused about is, if you're gonna kidnap somebody's daughter, why are you gonna take them to the next country over? Why didn't you fly them to like China or Paris or something like that? Why would you take the president's daughter to Southern America? I didn't really understand that. I do understand that Resident Evil 4, it just gonna stay the most favorited Resident Evil. Like I said, I will probably be making a video, if it's requested, of a tier list of my favorite Resident Evils and why they're my favorite Resident Evils, as well as listing the least favorite all in the same video. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Like I said, I feel like I have to say that at the end of the video, but let me know your thoughts of what I said about Resident Evil 4. Other than that, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.